going to solve literal equations. In this equation we're going to solve for c. This might look familiar to some of you because this is actually the equation to convert degrees Celsius to degrees Fahrenheit, and you'll see that often used in chemistry. So before I get started, I just want to review the order of operations. So we're going to use GEMDAS as our order of operations, and what I want you to think about is G stands for grouping, E is exponents, M is multiplication, D division, A addition, and S subtraction. So we're solving for C. There's nothing we can do on the right side to simplify, and there's nothing we can do on the left side to simplify. So I'm simply going to go into solving. So when I'm solving, I'm doing GEMDAS backwards. So that means the first thing I'm going to ask myself is anything being added or subtracted to, in this case, the C term. So what is the C term? The C term is anything that's being multiplied or divided to the C. And the answer is yes. So that means what is being added or subtracted? Well, 32 is. So that means I want to make 32 become a 0. So I'm going to subtract 32 from each side of that equal sign. So that gives me a capital F minus 32 is equal to 9/5 times C, because 32 minus 32 is 0. Okay, so now I have the C term all by itself. So I'm going to go back to my order of operations, and the second thing I'm going to ask myself is anything being multiplied or divided to my C term. And the answer is yes. That means I want to turn 9/5 into a 1, because anything being multiplied or divided, if I turn it into 1, it remains, it keeps its identity, what it's being multiplied to. So what am I going to do to 9/5 to make it turn into a 1? I have to multiply it by 5/9, because 5 times 9 is 45, 9 times 5 is 45, 45 divided by 45 is 1. So that means I have to multiply everything on the right by 5/9, and everything, notice I put that in quotation because it's everything, on the left by 5/9. Okay, so we've already discussed that this all divides out to 1, so that becomes a big 1. So what am I left with? I'm going to leave it like this. 5/9 times F minus 32 is equal to C. I could distribute this in, but typically this is how we find the equation. If you were to distribute it in, it's still correct. I'm just going to rewrite it like this. 5/9 times F minus 32. And that is my final answer. I have just solved for C.